Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you about how to handle Python variables. Okay, so what are variables in any programming languages? So variables are data objects that are used to store values while we are doing the programming. So as I said, they are used to store values within an object. So whenever we are writing code in a Python, we also need variables, right? So before we move on to variables, let's see how we can print the values. Let's try to print something. See, it has printed 1.3. So whatever you pass on here, um, be it integer, be it string or anything, it will print it. Okay. Now let's see how we can assign values to the variables. Let's define a new variable named as var, and let's define the value as hello. Now let's print the var. Here you can see hello is printed. So this is how we assign the values to a variables. Now here one important thing to note that here we do not define the type of a variable like in other programming languages, where we have to define whether it is integer type, it is float type, or it is a string type. In Python you don't need to define it. I'll tell you the reason why. Because everything in Python is based on objects. So when I say an object, so every string has a object. Even the integer types are an object. Okay, let's tell you how. Let's do one more thing. Let's do type. With type we can see what is the type of that var. Okay, I missed one bracket. So here it is showing it is of string type, but also it is telling you that it is this type string is a class. That's why it said everything here is based on an object. So what happens when you define var equal to hello? What it does, it saves the value of hello in an object which is of a string type, and then the var is a reference to that object. Okay, so let me write it. Hello will be stored in a memory object, and var is the reference or the pointer, as we say in C, to that object. That is why it is really easy to change the value of var. Let's now assign it to 2 and print it. Here you can see we can easily swap the values without worrying about the type of the object, because now it has been this reference has been moved to an object of integer type. So I'm writing it here that you can easily understand. When we change the value of an object, the reference of that value is assigned to some other object. Okay, understood? Now let's see how does these references work. Let's take a look at this. A equal to b equal to c equal to 2. When I do print a comma b comma c, let's see how what it will print. Here you can see it printed 2 equal to 2 equal to 2. If this if we have tried this in any other programming language, okay, what here is happening? So whenever this assignment is interpreted, an object of type integer 2 is created, then a b and c are the references which are pointing to the 2. Okay, Let's see if we change the value of c equal to 3, change the value of c to 3, and then print it. So as per our logic, the value of c should be now reassigned to 3, but a and b should be still be pointing to 2. Let's see if we get that error. Here you can see, guys, the value of c has been changed, but the value of a and b stays the same. So this is how Python is different than its predecessors. It is not a strongly typed language, and you can change the variables. You can change the type of the variables on the fly. Okay, guys. Let me tell you another small fundamental concept. I've told you about the types, how to identify the types, what are object references. Now let me tell you about the object ID. So what is an object ID? Every object had its own ID in Python. I'm not talking about the references, I am talking about the objects. Okay, so here A, B, and C are the references, while 2 is an object. Okay, let's do one more thing. So you can get the ID of an object using comma using ID function. Let's do this and run it. Okay, here you can see when A, B, and C references are pointing to the same object, they all have the same object ID. Like A is pointing to the same object, B is pointing to the same object, C is pointing to the same object. But when I have changed the reference of C from object 2 to object 3, you can see the object ID of C has changed, which proves the concept that I told you, that these variables are just the references to the object. As soon as you change the value of an object, okay, the reference is changed to that particular object. So these are how variables are handled in Python. These are small fundamental concept, guys. Anyone can ask you. These are very useful questions during the interview, and you should know it. Okay, guys. Now let me tell you one more fundamental concept about the how variable naming convention. How you can name a variable. So as we are concerned about Python, Python can have any naming convention. So it accepts any variable name without any special characters. You can include an underscore. Okay, but the industrial naming convention is how we use in industries is to we define all the names like with the small caps like this. This should be an ideal uh, variable name. Okay, this is acceptable. We define the variables names in small caps, and two words should be separated by an underscore. If there are only a single word, you can simply use this kind of convention. Okay, guys, this type of naming convention is called as a snake case. Yes, we call it snake case. Search it in Google if you want. This is the industry standard right now. Also, guys, one more thing: these variable names cannot be the reserved keywords. You cannot keep a reserved keyword as a variable name. Right now, Python has around 34 reserved keywords. Even though you can, even though you can use those as a variable names, but if you are using the same type of object, if you are using the same type of object, it will create conflict. So do not use the reserved keyword as your arguments. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have really liked the video, please do like and subscribe this, and also watch my previous videos. Thank you, guys.